Hello everyone! I clearly didn't know what was happening when I first started filming all of these tutorials and stuff, but here we are. Here is this additional complimentary video to my main review of the Tati Beauty Palette. I'll be sharing with you 3 additional tutorials to the tutorial that you saw in the review video if you watched that one first. So in total, 4 looks are what I have created with this Tati Beauty palette, going from very daytime to extreme nighttime, even though I'm wearing this during the day. I mean, it just depends on how you wear your makeup really, but I hope you enjoy these little talk through tutorials. I hope it gives you some inspiration and also helps you to see how these eyeshadows perform. And I will see you all for a little wrap up at the very end of things. So enjoy! Alright, hello friends. Another day, another look with the Tati Beauty palette. I think I'm going with the Poot row today, you guys. I'm sorry, I can't help it. No, it's Poet, but I can't help but call it Poot. So, to begin, I'm gonna go in with Matte Soothe. I'm going to be applying this densely to my crease. I did already go ahead and prime my lids, but I want to pack the color on in the crease and a bit above the crease. We are also increasing the drama with this look, or at least I'm gonna give it a try. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush that has been color switched, no worries, and just lightly blend out the edges. I'm going to go in with that flat brush from before into the matte Poet shade. And I'm going to be concentrating this just below and right where I'd applied that brown shade before. And once again, with the fluffy brush from before, I'm just going to blend those 2 colors together. Then using a creamy concealer on a flat brush, I'm going to go ahead, dip that in, and cut this inner portion of my eye. I'm going to go in with a fluffier flat shader brush into the metallic Poet shade. We're putting this on the inner half, well, the inner half portion, but just this middle part of my lid, yeah? Brush it out to blend in with that matte Poet shade. Then with the same brush on the Sequin Poet shade, let's see how this one does with the brush. I'm gonna put this on the outer third of the lid. It just doesn't have as much sequin as I want it to. Use my finger, there it is. It's a shame, because I want to use this on the inner portion of my eye too, but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to pat that glitter on. I love that magenta fuchsia purple kind of a color though, with the blue sparkle through it. Whew, she's pretty. And then I guess we'll try with a small dense brush with the Sequin Aura shade. Let's see if this will kind of press on to the portion of concealer that is still revealed. Blend that kind of over the metallic shade into the sequin shade from before. It just doesn't do it. Alright, and then I'm just going to dip back into Aura a little bit and bring this into my inner corners for the highlight. connecting it with the lid shade as well. Then for some drama, I go in with Memory, the matte black shade, just on an angled liner brush, and I'm going to use this as liner. Let's see how it does, because not all matte blacks are created equal, that's for darn sure. And some of them are certainly not meant for liner. Pretty sure Tati pretty specifically said that you could use this one as liner. And it looks like it is working. Ooh, yeah, oh definitely. Because I feel like any matte black you can really get to work along the lash line, but it's using it for that flick that some matte blacks don't do it. And I'm just gonna very lightly take the Sequin Memory shade. Use this to smudge out the bottom lash line a bit. Then for some glittery fun, I'm gonna use the angled liner again in Glitter Aura. Pat this. Probably keep the eye closed when I do this, since this glitter is apparently not eye safe, which I will always find funny and horrible that makeup companies do this. Tati Beauty is certainly not alone, but I'm just using this to line this inner portion. Let's say about half to 3/4. We'll go with 3/4 of the lash line. And there you have it, my friends. There is the final look for the second look from Tati Beauty. I think it turned out nice, you know? The glitter is kind of getting everywhere, having used that angled liner brush instead of a finger to pat it on, but not the biggest deal in the world. I'm happy with the look though. I just went ahead and smudged some dark black, well, it was like a dark gray black type liner in my waterline and put on a healthy dose of mascara. And that's it. That's the look. Like I said, I am happy with it. Hope you guys like it too. Alrighty friends, time for my third attempt, third tutorial, whatever, with the Tati Beauty. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a halo eye today. See how this goes. So I'm gonna go ahead in with Matte Ritual down here on a e.l.f. contour brush. I already primed my eyes, and with this I am going to apply it on the outer portion of my lid as well as the inner portion, and then bringing that into the crease, not worrying about how unneat it is since we're going to be blending this out in due time. Then, I know, great look, huh? I'm going to take a ColourPop pencil brush, use this with Soothe. I'm going to connect the two brown patches as well as smooge it. I know, very technical terms here. Smooching upwards towards the brow and just trying to blend it a little bit, but not too much. We'll go in with a fluffy brush and really blend it together. But for now, just really putting this color through the crease and blending the top shade of that dark brown matte. I'm just taking a clean, fluffy brush and attempt to really work these colors together, blend them. Oh, thank goodness, it looks like that's kind of happening. And then after, with this same brush, I'll dip it back into that lighter matte shade and give it a much better zhuzhing and blend. Then just to deepen up the outer corners a little bit, I am going to take that same fluffy brush into Matte Memory and using this just on the outer corners, not the inner corners of my eyes, and blending that into the brown. Dang, little goes a long way with that black. Really, really good. Alright, now let's start bringing this together. Creamy concealer, flat concealer brush. This one's just from ColourPop. Go ahead and put this on the middle portion of my lid, bringing it up to the crease and creating that little cut there. Alright, and then just to blend that concealer in, I'm going to go back with the Matte Ritual shade on a dense little flat brush and just lightly tap that over the edges of the concealer and blend that in slightly. Vaboom! Then I'm going to take the Metallic Aura shade just on my finger, and I'm going to tap this on where the concealer is still showing. Just kidding, I'm going to use a brush and do that. A little bit more precise with it. And then to hopefully bring that all together, I'm going to go in with the Sequin Ritual shade here and press this in between where the black is and then that metallic. Alright, not gonna lie, not loving how that was coming together, so I'm gonna go in with Metallic Ritual here on my finger and use this in the centers. Alright, much better without the black. I just went in with the two brown shades and then some concealer. And then I'm going to go in with Metallic Story. Hopefully this will be a nice in-between, especially since I am planning on doing orange on my bottom lash line. I'm gonna, oh my god, that is orange. Alright, happy Halloween, folks. I'm just using the Sequin Brown shade. What was that, Ritual? Yes. Blend those together. I really wish the sequin sparkle showed more. Such a bummer. And then one final little dusting of Story. Ta-da! Brush off any fallout and glitter to the best of my abilities. Do some black liquid liner. Alright, did some dramatic black liner, and now now I am going to go in with a thick angled brush into a Story, the matte one. Just really smudge and fluff this along my lower lash line. And I'm going to use a skinny liner brush in the Soothe Glitter shade. Whoop whoop. Do some glitter liner again, but this time on the lower lash line. I'm going to pat that in really gently. And I'm just going to highlight my inner corners with the Matte Aura shade, as well as under my brow bone. Alright my friends, and here is the final look. I think it turned out really pretty. It is super fall, super kind of Halloween-y, but I like the orange and the dark browns and blacks and the golds. I just went ahead and lined my waterline with a bright yellow gold liner and then put on a healthy dose of mascara, and voila, there is the completed look. I hope you like it. I know I do. I love that glitter along the lower lash line. I think that is so, so pretty. And then just matching with the waterline gold. Woo, 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 woo. I like it. Very nice. Alright my friends, welcome to this final tutorial here. We are gonna go ultra hard and I'm scared about that, but we're going dramatic. So to begin, I am taking a pencil brush from ColourPop and going into the matte Ritual shade, and I am going to be placing this just above the crease all the way through, and also making sure to point this to begin making our cat smoke eye whatever kind of a shape. Yeah. Then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with the matte Soothe shade on like an angled fluffy brush. And I'm just placing this on the top portion of that darker brown and then blending it upwards towards the brow. Then I'm going to go in with a little baby round brush here into Matte Memory and pray that I don't kill this look like I did to the last one. I am going to be doing a tight placement on the crease. Is that proper terminology? So I'm putting this underneath the darker matte brown shade, sweeping this in, and also placing some of it on the outer third-ish of my eyelid, and again making sure to kind of do that cat eye point on the outside edges very lightly. Whew. And then just to make sure that's all blended together, I'm going to do kind of a mix dipping of the Matte Ritual and the Matte Memory shades. And as I said, I'm just going to be blending this where those two met. Whew, smoky, smoky. Sorry you guys, are you too zoomed out? I think you've been able to see what I've been doing, but I'm just taking a concealer and dotting this just a little bit on the inner corners. And I'm going to be blending this in for a little half cut crease, I guess we would call it. And just to try something different, I'm going to take my setting spray and mist my brush with that. I'm going to see if this will help with the sequin shade. I'm going to use Sequin Memory. Let's see if this helped it hold on to that glitter. Yes, it did. Hallelujah. Yes. Oh, the mystery has been solved. Tati probably went over this. You need to wet your brush. But, okay, well, I have now discovered that. Wonderful. Well done, self. I am just patting this onto the outer half of my lid, just for a little extra added sparkle. Oh, gorgeous. Then with another flat brush, I'm going to go in with the Metallic Memory shade. Yes, we are going to be using every, spoiler alert, memory shade in the memory row, or every memory finish, I guess we could say. And I am going to be placing this on, well, where we have the concealer left. Okay. So strange, a couple of these metallic shades are a lot sheerer than I would think they would be, which is nice. I mean, it makes them versatile. It's just slightly shocking when I first go in. So I'm gonna have to pack that on with my finger. I'm then going to take another pencil brush, dip this into the Sequin Ritual shade, and tightly run this along my lower lash line. And then fluff it out with the Matte Soothe shade. We're basically just mirroring what we did up top. Then with the Metallic Aura shade, on a little precision detail brush from e.l.f., I am going to be putting this, I'm kind of extending it, so not like as tight into my inner corner as I usually do, but I'm just gonna hug that blue metallic, part in the delivery truck, and then I'm also bringing that down onto this very inner portion of the lower lash line, just to really keep things nice and bright. So I also put that underneath the brow bone, but now glitter time. You're going in with the Glitter Memory shade just on the finger, and I am going to lightly tap this over the inner half of the lid, and then any excess can kind of go on top of the matte and sequin black. And voila, here we go. So I just went ahead and put some nude liner in my waterline, put on false lashes, and did actual mascara, and also, did I say this? I just did like the smallest winged liner just on the outside part to blend in the band of the false lashes. But yeah, there you have it. Nice glittery smoky eye. I am happy with it, even though it is certainly outside of my comfort zone. There was quite a bit of glitter fallout this time around, which is a bummer. But, you know, I would like to hope that people are looking at my eyes and not my cheeks where that fallout ended up falling. But yeah, nice and super ultra glittery. Oh, it is pretty. Oh, it is smoky. Woohoo! hope you guys like it too. All right, there you have it, my friends. There were all of the tutorials, the additional 3 to the one that you saw in the review video, the overall review video of this Tati Beauty palette. If you want to hear my final thoughts and all of that, certainly do check that video out if you have not already. And otherwise, I just hope you enjoyed these tutorials, and I hope that if you didn't get your hands on the Tati Beauty palette, and or if you are not planning on doing the pre-order to get it the next time around, I hope this gave you some inspiration. Just, you know, you probably have a lot of these shadows minus some of the pressed glitters and the sequins, but you know, I think you could still make it work, these looks, with other palettes. You know, if you have the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette or the Morphe 350 palette, those two pretty much have most of these colors, like especially the matte and the metallic shades, and so I do think you could get it to work. And then if you really want to get on board with some of the pressed glitters, I do think you can buy pressed glitter singles from ColourPop and get a comparable look. It's not the exact same, but the wear I honestly think is a little bit better on the ColourPop pressed glitters. Not that this is bad, I just think there's more fallout with this than those, even though both are very minimal in terms of fallout. But if you just want a cheaper alternative, you don't think you're going to use all of these glitters that often, and you don't want the extra shadows, that sort of a thing, just pick out one of these and buy it from ColourPop, like, and it'll be what, like $6 probably. Either way, that would be my recommendation if you're trying to be frugal, save money, all of that. I just, as always, hope that these videos are helpful for you guys or inspirational, whatever the case is. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed these looks that I came up with. Are you going to be trying them out yourself? What kind of looks have you been creating with the Tati Beauty palette, if you have it as well? I love hearing from you guys down below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. Until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!